This is Caesar, relative pronouns 5. That which had to happen happened. Chaos over the entire army. Now this one I had to change the translation to really make it make sense in English, but we'll see how this ties together in Latin. That which, all right, so this is the expression, and this is going to be the relative pronoun here. And this here, that's your demonstrative. And this is what we see so often. We have the demonstrative before the relative, that which. Works great. All right. So what is this doing in the sentence? It which had to happen. Looks like it's the subject to me. So let's take a look over here. There's our blank there. Id blank necesserat. It was necessary. All right. So we look at this antecedent. Right. The antecedent. Well, antecedent is just a word that means it comes before. And here's the antecedent here. Ante, before. Right? So we need to know the number and the gender, because the relative pronoun agrees with its antecedent in number and gender, but its case is determined by its function in its own clause. So we look at id. This guy is singular, and it's neuter. All right, we have two dimensions of the three-dimensional relative pronoun here. And if we look up at the translation, it had to happen. It is the relative pronoun, and it is the subject in its own clause. Its function in its own clause determines its case. A subject. All right. So if we bring this down here, we know that it is singular. We know it is neuter. And we know that is the subject. And the subject is always in what case? The nominative. So now we have all three dimensions, nominative, singular, neuter, of the relative pronoun. Okay, let's bring the chart in here. Well, we're up here in the singulars, we're over here in the neuters, and we're right at the top with the nominative. Quod. Qui, qui, quod. There it is. We put it in there now. All right. Victory. Agrees with its antecedent in number, singular, singular, and gender, neuter, neuter. But its case is determined by its function in its own clause. It is the subject of erat. That which it was necessary to happen, happened. Chaos of the entire army.